Welcome to Center Hice Productions. Please hit the likes and subscribes down below in your right hand corner. Muchly would appreciate that as we're trying to grow this channel and building a channel of integrity for the Habs franchise. That's for our fan base. So I'd muchly appreciate your support. Pass it on to your family members and friends. Really appreciate you subscribing and hitting the likes, and thanks to my supporters as well. I meant to, this is a special, as you can see, um, tape I'm doing for Johnny Gaudreau and Matthew Gaudreau in that horrific accident last weekend. Senseless. Um, Totally senseless. I wanted to, I say to Johnny, you were beloved in the hockey world, and Matthew, his brother, same thing. Well loved gentlemen, and I say to your wives and children and your family, special condolences. I hope the good Lord can comfort you during this very, very, very difficult time. There's nothing we can say in the hockey world that's going to make you feel better. But we all join together in your support and wish you the best, that's for sure. Again, I totally, and I want to make a special point because this drives home a special point for me personally, whereas many years back, my brother was hit by a drunk driver. So this has a serious personal um, serious meaning for me as well. And it's a real major, major, major pet peeve. It's to the point of I just, it happens far too often. And it became something where even after this happened, it changed me being more responsible when I seen this happen. Uh, Made you look at things. And then it became such a pet peeve that literally if I seen somebody doing it, and I have been witnessed chasing a drunk driver down the road and on foot, and cutting him off because I knew the streets, and taking the cars right out of the ignition and calling the authorities, because in this day and age it is senseless. There is no need of it, and I don't buy that this should be any different than uh, straight up murder. People want to go around being irresponsible, and it costs people lives. There needs to be much harsher and much more serious repercussions. That's taking a life. It's the same thing as having a gun in your hand and shooting it. So for those, I say wake up, because I have zero tolerance for it. And I'm sure there's many that would agree. And I see it far too often. We now live in a day and age where it's not just alcohol. The big driving force here in Canada is dope or weed. I got bad news for you. There's no difference between getting yourself high or being drunk. They do the same thing. They intoxicate you. You do not have a clear mind. And it's the same. And they go around driving. I've witnessed this myself. I've even seen it in courier companies where the couriers, the bulk of them, were doing this for companies. And I could get personal and name these companies that I know of. And it's unacceptable promoting it. And I'm sorry, it's law enforcement needs to find a way to get that more in check. There needs to be much stiffer guidelines into, even the working force, that if you're in a driving field, I think there's got to be some testing for people periodically that make a living off driving, because too many people are getting behind the wheel either drinking or, for the most part, down here anyway, it's like I say, everybody's smoking weed and getting behind the wheel, and it is no different. I totally am 100% against it. What it did to my change my brother and his wife's life, being hit by a drunk driver, it changed his life forever. And the medical heck that he had to go through. It's not acceptable in this day and age, and we as a community need to come down on it, and we need to band together because it's costing too many lives, innocent lives. Nobody needs to pay the price for somebody who wants to go around being reckless. If you're going to do it, it's one thing to do it. Let's be responsible. Don't get behind the wheel. Fine to have some drinks. Fine that you want us to do your recreational drugs. Do it. That's fine. Don't do it behind the wheel. You don't have the right to get behind the wheel and damage somebody else or take their life. That's where I have a problem. So coming from Center Heights, I bottom of my heart, I really feel for the Gaudreau family. I know there's nothing that we can say here other than from my network. I meant to get this out in my last tape, and I apologize for that. But at the same token, kind of wanted to do this solely in honor of Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew, a soul taping in regards to this totally. And again, I don't know what my prayers are with the family. I hope the Lord's there to comfort you and pray for that. And I also wanted to bring up a classy move from a player from the Montreal Canadiens, and I have to bring it up because it is. And he was a friend of Johnny Gaudreau. I believe that uh, Johnny Hockey was one of Caulfield's heroes, Cole Caulfield, and he actually got to play with him, I believe, this summer. And for Cole to come out and dedicate changing his number from his 22 and taking up the 13 that is Johnny Hockey's number. I think that is so classy. So we will see, and it's all in honoring Johnny Hockey. So I think that's a real classy move for Cole Caulfield. I commend you. However, again, I think we all need to band together and we all need to step up in these podcasts and band together. It, like I said, I got no issue if you want to drink or have your substances, but, and you do them at home or in your little groups, that's fine. But we need to band together against being intoxicated, and all of the above is intoxication. And we need to ban against it. We need to do everything to stop people from getting behind the wheel that can totally take someone's life innocently or damage their lives for good. So, from Center Ice, true heartfelt condolences to the family once again, and God bless you. And I just I can say no more than he was a special player, and I heard from what I hear, his brother was special too, and every individual is. So, in the hockey community, let's band together. As podcasts, let's band together. And yeah, I'm sure there's people that like to have fun, and that's great. But you got to know where to draw the line. And intoxication and driving don't go together. So let's make a point of it. And it also is to the governments in Canada and the States. We need to come crack down on this much harder because it is no difference than somebody with a handgun taking somebody's life. Let's understand that. Getting behind that wheel is the same thing as placing a gun in your hand. Bottom dollar. So let's change the mentality. It needs to stop. Anyway, thank you. Please, you heard it here at Center Heist Productions. And again, my condolences to the family. Uh, God bless you. And please hit the like, subscribe down below in the right hand corner. We appreciate trying to grow this channel. And we're here to bring integrity to the podcast world. All right. So God bless the Gaudreau family once again. Our deepest thoughts and prayers are with you. God bless. Till the next time.